This is the Jupiter excerpt from The Famous Planets by Gustav Holst.
Start with first finger on C. So we're in second position and we're able to reach our C, E flats with the same position. Then we scooch our fourth finger down to D natural, reach back for that B flat, and now you have to have your second finger on the string before you move up to E flat with your second finger. So I'm going to play those two measures one more time. Now second finger on C. Reach back for all your B flats. Two on C, then we're going to switch it to first finger. One's gonna stay on the string for E flat now. Reach back for all your E flats. Keep your first finger on the string, move down to B flat. E flat. You want to keep your second finger across both strings if you can. It'll make your slur a little bit smoother. Reach back for B flat. Switch to first finger on C. Then you get your fourth finger on the D string ready, then you move up to B flat. So I'll play that one more time for measure 86. I had 2 on C, then 1 on C. 3, 1, get ready, 4, 2, 1. Then second finger on B flat.
This is the second excerpt, marked number 3, Pavan by Fauré.
Alright, so we're going to start off in third position. We're going to stay there for at least 4 of these notes, and then we're going to go into fourth position. So you want to try to stay in a position as long as possible without having to move too often. So I have third finger on E, and A, D, and G. fourth position, C with 4, then D sharp, sure to decrescendo, still in fourth position. We're going back into third, 3 on E. So that's 4 beats for that D sharp. Just like the beginning, still in third position. Okay, starting in measure 39, you're back into first position. Get fourth finger ready for that A sharp. Pits, crescendo. Make sure you're nice and loud there. 1 and 2. Crescendo. Accent. 1 and 2. So right there, I had fourth finger on G sharp for that 8th note pickup. And then I just slide it down to G natural, F natural, reach back for E flat, D. So that measure 47 is 1 and 2. E flat, second finger, reach back for E flat, scoot up to G sharp again, then back down. The end of measure 48, it might be a little easier if you have your E flat, F, 3 on G natural, G sharp, then you move down to fourth finger G. So it gives you a couple options, but you just have to make sure you make a clear difference between your G sharps and Gs, and you're low enough for your E flats.
This is excerpt number 4, Entrance and March of the Guests from Tannhäuser by Wagner.
From the beginning of this excerpt, you want to have your second finger already ready on the C and on the B. So you're going to have to do a pretty fast string crossing, so you want to make sure they're already in place. So starting with this measure, you have, then second finger is on E, D sharp with 1, 1 scoots up to E. So that measure is first finger needs to get ready, and then crosses over to the C. So your first finger has to be prepared as possible. Starting in measure 90, then open D gives you the chance to go back to first position. So pretty much from here you're going to stay in first position. You just have to watch out for all your accidentals. Make sure your rhythm is nice and consistent. One more time from the beginning. Have your finger set. 2, 1, 1, 2, 4, 3. First finger ready. First finger ready again. 2, 3, 4, 2, 0. All first position.
This is excerpt number 5, Heart of Fire by Bernowski.
Okay, we're going to start in first position. One and two and three. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Be sure you hold that out for 3 beats, and you time your lift just in that rest. So you have 1, 2, 3, lift. And now we're in third position, third finger on E. Third finger gets ready on the string for your harmonic. 2. Then fourth finger gets ready on the string. E, C, A. Lift in your rest. Harmonic for 3 beats. Fourth finger ready. 2 on D. Lift, fourth position. First finger A. 2, 3, lift. So, dynamics are very important in this one. They're a little bit more specific. And be sure to use lots of vibrato when you can.
This is excerpt number 6, Blossoms of Spring by Hopkins.
So we're dividing the main beats into 3s. So we have triplets. So you have to subdivide in your head those 8th notes. So what that sounds like: 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly. Okay, and now we're going to go into fourth position. We're going to stay there for our B, B flat, E flat, and our A. Then we have to get our third finger ready for G, F, D flat. We're going to stay in this position. A flat with 4, G flat 2, first finger A flat, and stretch. Now we're in fourth position still. 3 for E natural, second finger E flat, and then E natural again, crescendo. First position D, A, F sharp. Keep third finger on the string for B. And 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and then 3 on G sharp. Low B is just right across. Then keep your third finger on the string for higher B. Fourth position, 4, stretch back, B flat, A flat. first position, stretch back, 4, 2, low 1, 2 on F, 1 on G, low 2 for A flat, B flat, G, bow strings together, use your up bow to help you crescendo, 2, low 1, 4, second finger B flat. Now there's actually a poco ritardando, so you're gonna slow down just slightly as you get quieter. E flat.
This is excerpt part number 7. Same piece, Blossoms of Spring by Hopkins.
So in this excerpt, we want to practice without doubling our bow for each note. So that way we can focus on which part of the bow we're in. Now the balance point is going to allow us to move a little bit easier between each string when we have to cross them, and also it lets you dig in a little bit more, and it should help you move a little bit faster when you can relax your wrist. So starting here, I had second finger on my F natural, and I'm going to just stay on the string and move it down to E natural. So I'm in half position now. So I have E with 2, B, G, sharp with 1, 4 on E, 4 on B, 2 on E again, and the downbeat of 69, I'm going to allow my first finger to slide up to E. So I'm doing a little finger switching. So starting at the end of 67, F natural, E, 2, and then 1 on E. So since the first half is the exact same thing as the second half, we'll try it one more time from the beginning, and I'm going to double my bow. So by the time you get to 69, you should be fortissimo, and it should be louder than the first half. And just to add a little bit more musical details, you can kind of think of the whole excerpt as gradual waves moving, so that way we're not so flat and static. And you definitely need to include your loudest crescendo in measure 72.
This is the last excerpt, number 8, Heart of Fire by Bernovsky.
So in this excerpt, you want to be very careful with your rhythm. You have a lot of syncopated eighth notes here. So we're going to subdivide the very first measure. So I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now I'm going to try it with the correct rhythm, and to make sure you have your double up bow there. Up, down, and the second measure we have 1, 2 to 3 and 4. Next measure 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 tate, 4 tate, 1. So whenever you have your 16th notes, you just have to remember they're twice as fast as your eighth notes. So you should feel an eighth note pulse as you practice this slowly. So I'm going to start in the third measure. So if I'm counting my eighth notes, I have 1, rest, rest, rest. Or you can think of where your downbeats are. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2. So in measure 30, it is the third measure from the end. I have 1 and 2 and 3 ta-te ta 4 ta-te 1. One more time from measure 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 ta-te ta 4 ta-te 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 te ta 2 ta-te. You have a little lift there. 3 ta shift. Te ta 4 ta-te. So in your very last measure, that low E, you're just gonna play it and let it ring, and you're gonna immediately go to your next E. Lift. So just be very careful when you have your C, D, E, F sharp, E, F sharp, E.
Alright everybody, practice well and good luck!